Welcome to the video explaining the creative process behind the project Asphodel. At the forefront of the game is the humanoid cartoon cat character named Cujo, a 3D model inspired by Egyptian anthropomorphic gods, which I created by doing sketches of the front and side perspectives. I then put these sketches into Maya and used them to create the 3D model itself. I colored the model in Maya. Here you can see the materials used. Then I downloaded animations from Mixamo in order to animate the cat's movements and reactions when importing him into Unity. The terrain I painted using different materials, such as concrete and different shades of green to simulate grass. The remaining level design I created by duplicating and arranging imported assets from the Unity store, such as trees, high-rise buildings, and roads. I intended for the in-game lighting to be dark, to create a sense of dread and dullness in the world that Cujo is trapped in. I did so by changing the color of the skybox to a darker beige and elongating the shadows of the buildings and objects within the scene. I chose to import assets which already had sources of light, such as street lamps and road lamps, as well as a glowing meteor to add to the mystical setting. The final death scene of the cat occurs in a much darker environment, with a reflective plane and dark matte meteors, in order to contrast the previous scene of the game. The implementation of interactive elements was done using a keyframe animation to enable the cat to walk through the city. In order to enable the player to interact with the objects by clicking on them to move them, I used a C# script that you can see here, which then prompted keyframe animations that I had pre-recorded of that object moving. When the final object is clicked, a set of fallen traffic lights, the code implements a transition to the death scene of the cat, in which meteors fall into the plane hitting Cujo. This was done through adding a rigid body used gravity component to the meteors and adding animations to the cat to simulate his death.